I have to talk about the newest season of The Sex Lives of College Girls. I really hope this isn't the last season. Yeah. The way they ended it is giving that it's probably not going to be a season 4. The Sex Lives of College Girls season 3 finale leaves little hope for renewal. Oh my gosh. I was ready to come on here and drag this show because I felt like season 3 was like a significant decline from season 2 and season 1. I was ready to come on here and talk about Leighton's departure, but y'all, that finale, now that's how you wrap up. That's how you wrap up a show. At the time of me recording this video on Monday, January 27th, 2025 at 1:23 p.m. The Sex Lives of College Girls has not been renewed for a season 4 at Max. I have loved this show because I started watching it when I was in college, and now that I've graduated college, I feel like they do a good job of hitting on a lot of relatable things that you go through in a tumultuous time of your life that is like college, which is like you trying to transition from an adolescent to an adult. I was debating on how I wanted to organize this video. I didn't know if I wanted to have a script or just rant my thoughts out. I decided on a medium. This video is not scripted, but I did take a bunch of notes during the finale yesterday. I just want to talk about each character opposed to talking about each episode. I was actually somebody who was unaware that Leighton was going to leave the show because the actress was leaving the show. I did not know it until it was actually happening. Sorry, I'll be out of the loop sometimes. But yeah, Renee Rapp, who's the actress who plays Leighton, she left the show because she wanted to focus on her music because she has like a booming music career right now. They have Leighton in the first 2 episodes of the season, and then she leaves at the end of episode 2. So basically the way they wrote her off the show is the girlfriend that she met last season, at the end of last season, she's moving to Boston for some shit. And Leighton is like super smart in math or whatever, basically transferred to MIT to like take a rigorous math course or something like that. I don't know, no shade. I don't feel like her going off to be with this girl was true to Leighton's character, because you could half say, oh, she didn't go just for the girl, she went for the educational opportunity. It seemed out of character for her, but they had to write the girl off somehow, so I guess this is the best that they could do, and I'm just gonna have to be okay with it. All right, let's get on to the actual characters of the show. So since Leighton left, we're introduced to 2 new characters who are kind of taking her place. Kacey, who is the girl's new roommate. She came to Essex because she was basically following her boyfriend, the boyfriend that she had been dating for a long time, and that they both said they wanted to wait till marriage to have sex. And then Taylor, who in my opinion, no shade, is just a watered down British version of Leighton. She's blonde, she's loud, she's gay. I don't know, that sounds like a lot of adjectives that describe Leighton. Out of the 2 new characters that we got, Kacey and Taylor, no shade, no shade. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. Kacey, to me, is the obvious stronger character. They did give her way more screen time than Taylor because that's their roommate, so it kind of made sense. But I also just think they also gave her more screen time because she had a better storyline. The actress who played her did an amazing job. Y'all, we'll talk about the finale in a second. So I'm gonna talk about her first, or should we talk about Taylor? I don't have much to say about Taylor. I really don't. I said watered down Leighton. Alcoholism in college is real, which I do appreciate them exploring that through this character, because a lot of people get addicted to alcohol in college. Not even just addicted, but they use it as a coping mechanism when they're going through different things. They just party, drink. So it was really cool to see this explored, and especially like her being an international student and her being so far away from home, and she had a lot of family issues. She didn't talk to her mom. She felt really isolated and alone coming to Essex, so that was really cool. Alcoholism in college is real. Wish it was explored through a different character. I don't know, y'all. I just wasn't really feeling Taylor. Like, she was okay. No shade to the actress. Like, she was okay. She didn't do anything for me. Like I said, I like the alcoholism stuff. That's about it. Okay, I'm editing this and I sound like a mean hater. I really didn't care for Taylor though. Like, she didn't do anything for me, but I did appreciate some of the storylines. Like, most of the girls have good relationship with their parents. You know, they come for the parents weekend or whatever. It was cool seeing someone who doesn't have a good relationship with their parents. There's a lot of people like that at college, who college is like them forging their own path. They're cutting off all ties from their old life. Their parents kicked them out, whatever. It's not always peaches and cream. People have different types of relationships with their parents. But yeah, I didn't really care for the girl. Like, I thought she was really bossy. I don't like how she was treating Bela at the beginning, like before they even met. When they first met, just fav to student, I felt like she was being unnecessarily rude. I don't know if it's the British or what. Now on to Kacey, our other new girl, the better of the two. Love the storyline of her being a virgin, stronger character out of the two. Her conservative intensity. I don't remember where she was from. I think she was from Oklahoma or something. You know, she's very proper, prim, put together, keenly unaware of how, you know, pretentious she can come off, or headstrong that she can come off like it's her way or the highway. Very blunt in her delivery. Nice nasty. She's very nice nasty. I loved her outfits. I said the actress is so cute. Her and Cooper are so cute with the theater stuff. Girl. And just how, like, you know, she doesn't really have a filter. She says what's on her mind. Like, it reminds me of during the finale when they're in the ball pit and she's like, I love how we can just sit in comfortable silence together. Like, that's just something that you would keep in your head, but she says that type of stuff out loud. Like, she's so quirky and cute about stuff. I was very sad to see her and Cooper not work out, but this is very real because her naivety kind of pushed him away. This was her first time and she felt pressured and didn't really want to do it, but she did it anyway because, you know, her ex-boyfriend got in her head talking about something. No guy's gonna wait. No guy's gonna wait. When Cooper was ready and willing to wait, when they ended up doing it, she gets a little clingy. She thinks she's trying to make them closer by like, oh, meet my mom. I hated that her and Cooper broke up, but I like how they used her naivety to push him away. Like, she thought she was doing the right thing by like, oh, we're together now. We've had sex. I want you to meet my mom. I want you to do a cruise with us. Like, blah, blah, blah. And that's very relatable to kind of become clingy to somebody like that, especially from the background that she grew up in. So that was really cool to see depicted. I hate that they broke up though, but I kind of get it. She was doing too much, but she didn't know any better. You know, this is very relatable for people who are getting in their first relationships. They don't have nothing to go off of. They may think that their love is pure and kind, but it's could be overbearing and just too much for somebody who's more experienced like Cooper was. So I think she had one of the strongest character arcs throughout this whole season, with her overcompensating for feeling like she's not good enough. Awards thing that she was like, oh, I want to be the hottest on campus. Even towards the end, like with her singing at the play, I think a lot of girls can relate to this, me myself included. That's why I feel it was so impactful that they had her sing this song where she's talking about never enough, never enough. Like, I was actually getting emotional as she was singing because it just all came full circle with her feeling like she wasn't good enough in anything that she did and having to put on this perfect, like, oh, I can't do no wrong, when it's like, girl, you're human. Let your guard down, let your hair down. It was so beautiful, and I actually got very emotional as she was singing. And that girl can sing. I said, you better sing, Kacey. Like, it seriously takes extreme balls to not only sing in front of a bunch of people like that, but then to like be off of a fresh breakup with your boyfriend and he's sitting right there and you're having to sing about how like you don't feel good enough because you weren't good enough for him. Oh my gosh, they did a beautiful job connecting all of that with the finale song. They ate that. Shout out to the people who wrote this episode. And then I love like the Kacey cheer up powwow moment they all had together at the finale. I thought that was really sweet and kind, and I just felt really warm. Like, y'all, this might be the end. That's all I have to say about Kacey. Great addition to the show. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel trying to replace something. Like, it's just like, oh, new girl. Oh, she followed her boyfriend here, and they all just ended up getting along really well. I like that. Whitney, the African American. Whitney was cool this season. I liked the whole mental health stuff. Really enjoyed the athletic storyline, with her having a lot of athletic pressure and the injury and the intense coach. All that is very real, especially in college sports, you know, D1 and all that type of stuff. I thought it was really interesting that, like, you know, a big thing for her this season was that she was so busy, so busy, that to the point where she was overwhelmed. I wish we could have seen a little bit more of her being busy. We just saw her playing a lot of soccer and really see the academic side, but we don't have to. I just thought it was interesting. She's so busy, it's making her overwhelmed, and she got the necessary help for it from a therapist. I thought that was cool because mental health is real, especially in a chaotic environment like college. Take care of yourself. I support her quitting the soccer team. I actually cheered when she did it, and I thought it was also very interesting and a good display of them showing like how these schools see a lot of these student athletes as a commodity. They see them as like something to make money off of, especially with exposure and like all this NIL stuff. I thought that was very cool that they showed that board being like, so how can we get you back on the team, and not really listening to like why she quit in the first place or why other student athletes have severe mental health issues. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I don't like that her and Kanan are back together. I thought her little fling with Isaiah was cool. Girls be hopping from guy to guy in college, that's no problem, but for her to do all that and then just get back with Kanan, I thought it was lazy. I thought it was sloppy,
boring, yawning, sloppy, lazy.
Did we forget why they broke up in the first place? Why did they break up in the first place? I I like them. Like, they're so cute together, and I can't help but smile when they're together, but something is telling me they should not be together. Like, why are y'all putting them back? It's just like, what did we do all that at the end of season 2 for? Just for them to get back? I don't know. It just felt like, well, damn, let's just get them back together because this might be the last season. Like, it didn't feel super romantic. Like, he was supposed to, I guess, be there for her and know her inside out better than Isaiah did with like her mental health stuff and the fact that she had a messy room and he was just like teasing her about it. I don't know. Like, it just felt like, can we do a little bit more work to make this seem a little bit more believable? That's what I want. So I'm not gagging that her and Kanan are back, but I'm not extremely upset at it either. Like, okay, let's put them back together. They're black, they're love, whatever. I'm gonna do Bela next because I don't have a ton to say about her. I actually really enjoyed Bela this season. I found her very annoying in previous seasons and kind of just like a wild card that didn't know when to ring in the wildness. Liked her FAF responsibilities this season. You know, she's really into comedy, right? So since she got kicked out of the comedy club or whatever, she was without this big part of her life. It kind of forced her to get back to her roots of who is Bela and what makes Bela happy outside of comedy. And she really enjoys helping people, giving people advice, being a steward over other people. And we got to see her doing all that with the FAF stuff. And it was really cool to see Bela in that light, for real. I think the Arwen storyline was perfect. The way they got together, him leaving his girlfriend for her, kind of. Not really. I don't know. And then them both being like Southeast Asian and like having that parental approval of like, oh, you're with somebody of your own culture or whatever. That was cool. And then the inevitable happened, which was actually kind of shocking to me. Their breakup. He didn't want an out there girlfriend. He didn't want a girlfriend who felt comfortable sharing intimate or private or more vulnerable details in a storytelling manner on a comedic stage. He didn't like that, so they broke up because of that. And I was actually a little gagged, but that's true. It's some men out there who, I don't want to say it's like controlling their girlfriend, but like he said, he would want to be with somebody that doesn't feel super comfortable letting it all out there. He wants somebody a little bit more timid, a little bit more protective, I guess, of their information. But it's some people like Bela who want to use their experiences to help others, whether that's entertain or inform. So I really was gagged by her and Arwen's breakup, but it made sense. It did not seem forced. It did not seem out of nowhere. Unfortunately, like a natural conclusion to two very different people that just happen to, you know, get along in some aspects, but then big parts of each of their lives clashed and they just had to disperse. I put Bella's bye now ? Now that was a little bit of a curveball, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. I kind of saw it coming. Comedy girl that she's dating or whatever, she seems like she would be a good, okay, let's add her to the main cast if there's going to be a season 4. I was a little gagged. I'm like, okay, we have another LGBT. We have, like Taylor said, like she wears a lot of ties. More ties than Steve Harvey. And then at the end, I put her mom is gorge, but why is she here? And that was really sweet at the end where, you know, she saw that bye now and there's no more Arwen. And she just grabbed her hand and was like, you are enough. Oh! Now on to my favorite character, Kimberly. I said can't catch a break with these men. Kimberly went through 3 guys this season. Alex, the one that was like the political guy with her, and then the guy at the very end that she was in jail with, who I loved. I'm rooting for him. If they get a season 4, I want to see more of him. She has to kiss a lot of frogs to get to her prince. That is her prince. I really enjoyed Kimberly this season. She had a newfound confidence that we have not seen from season 2 or season 1 of Kimberly, and I really appreciated that. I think it was intentional. Second we saw Kimberly season 3 episode 1, she just had a new air about her. Like she just seemed really sure of herself this season, really mature. Like she's usually kind of like the quirky, a little bit of kid-like, childish, like, oh, like dumb kind of character, but I didn't get any of that from her this season. She seemed really headstrong, go-getter, and I love that. Back to Whitney.
Back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press.
Whitney.
What's good?
I thought the whole Kanan storyline with her and Kanan was way too short. That was the juiciest part of the season 2 finale because it made sense how they got together. They both work at Soups, Sips, Cups, whatever it's called. They genuinely were like friends, and then it turned into like attraction, and it was, I shipped them. Yeah, I said it. I actually shipped Kimberly and Kanan. Did I think it was messed up that Kimberly was dating her friend's ex? Girl code, okay, yeah, I guess it's a little messy, but that bitch your ex for a reason. No, they were broken up. The way Whitney like reacted made it seem like she stole Kanan from under her, which is not what happened. Her and Kanan had been broke up when Kimberly and Kanan got together, so I didn't really understand. This has never happened to me, but I'm trying to put myself in Whitney's shoes. Probably feel some type of way if my friend got with my ex-boyfriend, because it's like, girl, were you plotting the whole time? But she know Kimberly is not like that. Like, it was on some real genuine friends to lovers type of thing, like co-workers to friends to lovers type of thing. I don't know, I was really feeling them, and it did not last long at all. They tried episode 1 and 2, and then they were just like, oh, we should just stay friends. Like, I'm like, y'all didn't even give it a try for real, but whatever. Okay, I'm done talking about this after this clip, but I had to come back and say the way they tried and the way they wrote them basically not turning into anything is because they were sexually incompatible. You mean to tell me we've seen Kimberly hunching and we've seen Kanan? I refuse to believe it. I just don't believe that. Like, it goes back to boring, lazy, sloppy. Like, y'all did all of this to get them together, and like the first 2 episodes you're like, actually we just should be friends. Like, we're too awkward. This just isn't working. They didn't even try. Nothing. No. I like how she tried 2 guys who are on completely different ends of the spectrum. Like, somebody who's very similar to her, which was the political guy, and then somebody who was like the complete opposite of her, which was Alex. And also obviously him. Oh, his name's not Alex. His name is Eli. I'm sorry. Eli. I think the political guy's name is Alex, right? Girl, I don't know. His name is Brian. Sorry. She gets the opposite ends of Brian, the political guy, being very similar to her, and then Eli being this bisexual wild card who's very different from her. Did not like his behavior at the parental dinner. Glad they broke up then and there. He was acting crazy. And then obviously, you know, they eventually really cut it off because he left her alone. As a man, you left your girl that you're entertaining, the girlfriend or whatever, you left her high and dry when she's like the most vulnerable, and you gave her some weed or gave her some drugs. That was messed up. I don't even like that he came back around during the finale. For what? Like, what are you doing? It didn't make any sense to me. I guess they're trying to make it like a rivalry between the new protest guy and him, but like, girl, let's not go backwards, Kimberly. Don't even entertain that man. That would be you going backwards. Let's move forward with protest guy. Do not like Eli at all, but I do like how they had her try 2 different guys and she got 2 different results. Beneficial experiences from both of these guys. I just love Kimberly this season. She's dating, she's having fun, she's in her business with her like politics. Yes, Kimberly. Yes, that's what I said. Love the political focus. She seemed super just determined this season. Nathan Riggs and that whole private universities like that, bringing troublesome, problematic people and pedestalizing them for an event. Yeah, that happens, and I like how they definitely touched on that because that's a problem, especially in the political climate we're in right now. I like how they were talking about with her wanting to go into politics, harping on the future and like thinking about your future in the present. Not even if you're in the political sphere, like you should always be thinking about how does this present decision affect me in the future. I thought that was really cool, especially as you're in college and that's a time where a lot of different things can be happening to you. I said 3 guys, 1 season. That's what college is all about. The nude stuff was perfect and relatable because Brian was definitely one of them nice guys that finished last, honey. It's them nice guys you got to worry about. You see that she trusted him, was like, hey, I'll send you a nude. Changed her mind because you're allowed to do that. You can change your mind. And then he ended up, you know, trying to act like the nude was his property and like showing it to his roommate and stuff. Very, very, very relatable stuff. Some girls have been through that. I loved how they depicted that. I just hope all y'all learn from that. Do not send no man no nudes, please, unless that is your husband. Do not. And even if it's your husband, like something that vulnerable of me and they got free access to it and I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with it. I have too much trust issues to do that. I said love the protest guy. I really hope if we get a season 4 that can be in game. Her and protest guy can be in game, especially with her going to like politics and stuff. It just makes sense. It makes sense. That's it. Those were all my little notes that I wrote down for the finale. My least favorite episode this season, the Good Partner Test, season 3, episode 8. Stupid filler. I don't really like single story episodes like that. My favorite episode? I don't want to be corny and say the finale, but that really was a great finale. Like, shout out, what is the woman's name that plays Kacey? Gracie Lawrence. You ate that, sister. She's a singer, that's why. Who co-fronts the soul pop band Lawrence alongside her brother Clyde. You ate that. I'm gonna be corny and just say my favorite episode was the finale, but if I had to choose another one, I also enjoyed that Parents Weekend too. I forgot to mention Leela Funny as always. Great to see her weight loss. I really hope this show gets a season 4 because I'm pretty sure they're only just sophomores, even though it feels like they should not be. Season 1 was fall semester of freshman year. Season 2 was spring semester of freshman year. And I think this season, I think the play was in the spring. So I think this is like the end of their sophomore year. So we still got 2 more years of college to go. I really hope they don't end it now, but Max has not renewed it yet. So, and you know, Warner Brothers and Max, they quick to chop a show. I'm looking at you, Legendary. I'm looking at you, Sweet Life. I'm looking at you, Rap Shiz. Justin Noble, Mindy Kaling, everybody that's part of the production. Y'all ate that. You know, at first I wasn't feeling this season, but it slowly grew on me. That finale captured my heart. That girl singing, shout out to Gracie Lawrence, captured my heart. Like, I was doing a lot of self-reflection as she was singing. I said, you better sing, girl. I'm gonna rate this season a 7.5 because it was very slow at the beginning. But isn't that usually how it is? It cranks up as the season progresses. I don't know, am I being too harsh? I seriously was just like, what is going on the first couple episodes? But they got their stride eventually. And there was some really important storylines. That's it, that's all. Did you like the Sex Lives with College Girls season 3 this season? Do you miss Leighton? Did you not even notice her absence? I didn't really notice her absence because Kacey was just such full throttle behavior. Like, I honestly forgot that Leighton left for a second. But yeah, it is sad to see her go, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let me know what other TV shows you guys are watching right now, what movies you guys are watching. I'm trying to get more into my movie bag. I watched Poor Things for the first time a couple days ago. What an experience. What other TV shows, movies do you want me to talk about? I don't really want to get back into reactions, but if it's something good enough, maybe I'll react to it. Let me know down in the comments. Black History Month coming up. Some black videos are coming very soon. Bye, Bela. Get it? Bye, Bela.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it! Damn!